Hey.
Hi.
Curly Headed Jawn. Wait a minute.
Curly Headed Jawn's there.
Curly-Headed
Excuse
Jawn.
me.
Yes.
Yes.
Coming
so,
to you live. And
live in full effect, I guess you could say.
All the way.
All the way.
So
back in September 2016, we launched our website, curlyheadedjawns.com, which is a blog of just things that we find important and just shouting out people such as Gina Rodriguez,
yep.
Colin Kaepernick, and just certain things like Black Lives Matter, and
ways we grew up. Things that identify us.
Exactly.
Make us who we are.
And make us who we are. And one of the things that definitely make us who we are, and one of the questions that I guess people are like, well, why do you guys consider yourself Curly-Headed Jawns?
Yeah, this is one of the first articles we wrote, too.
This is one of the very first articles we wrote about why we consider ourselves Curly-Headed Jawns. She had her thought on it, and I had my own thought about why I consider myself a Curly-Headed Jawn. So go
ahead, tell the world. Well, why are you a Curly-Headed Jawn?
I'm a Curly-Headed Jawn because by nature, this is how my hair lays out. As you can very well see, but also it's a little deeper than that.
It's not a perm.
No, it's not a perm. It's not a curly perm. It's my hair. So, back in 2008, it's a little deeper than that. I've always had a head full of hair, always been big and like thick hair. And, there's an article, I guess I just said that or whatever, but initially, you have to excuse me because I'm like trailing because I did just have a drink.
You're doing good.
A shot of Moscow Mule.
Okay, we had an Oprah and Gail moment. I don't know if anyone's an Oprah fan, and when they went camping, they had Moscow Mules and these special cups, and I had cups, and I cracked them open. She laid it on me,
yeah.
I'm like, can we have an Oprah and Gail moment?
And I definitely had that moment.
Yes. So she's
okay. So Curly-Headed Jawn. Curly-Headed Jawn. I always had a natural pattern of hair, but when I was younger, I believe, I don't know, I think between 10, 11 and 12, I had got a perm. And from then here on out, like once a year, I would get like some sort of perm. But initially, deep down, I always wanted to rock my own natural hair. But within media, within family and friends, girls from the neighborhood, you didn't see people rocking curly natural hair. You just didn't. You didn't at all.
Yeah.
And I remember being like, oh my God, this is me, but this isn't me. Even in high school, I kind of fit that counter, what is it called? Oh my God,
counterculture.
That counterculture, I'm so slurred right now. The counterculture of being like the light brown skinned girl with long, flowy hair. Yeah, that's all great and good, but that's not who I felt like I was at the core of who I am. This is who I am. The curly, the coily, 4A, 4B type of hair. And I remember growing up and thinking, oh God, I just want to be me. I want to be me, and I wanted to reflect in my hair. And I remember, I believe when my grandmother had passed my sister back in 1999, she had gone natural. And I remember our mother saying, why would you do that to your hair? You have beautiful hair. And my sister's hair is really fine. Like, it's like Chili's hair from TLC. And my mom had a big thing about that because within our culture, long straight hair is what you want to obtain to have. And my sister went against that grain, and I remember looking at her like, oh my gosh, she is the shit. That is what I want. She's the bitch. Her hair grew so long, so full, so bountiful, and I wanted to be that. I wanted to have that courage. So I remember sophomore year of high school, I went to my mom. I was like, Mom, I'm gonna cut my hair off because I want to grow it back completely natural. Like, I want my own curls to come through.
Oh, really? You wanted to do like a full out?
Yeah, I wanted to cut it off. I want to do the big C, the BC, the big chop.
C,
yeah, and my mom was just like, I don't know who you're thinking you are. You're not going to do it. You're going to regret it. You're going to be bald-headed. You don't know how your curls are going to come back. And I'm just thinking, Mom, oh my God, give me a chance here. So it wasn't until college I said, you know what? I'm not getting no fucking perm. I'm not doing it. No. So I didn't do the BC, the big chop. I just transitioned. And slowly but surely, my curls started to come through and they started to shine through. But my sort of rebellion in high school was I wouldn't go to the hair salon as much. Because, you know, usually...
I remember that.
Yeah, I just wouldn't do it. I would just say, you know what, I want to rock my hair. And my hair would come through as wavy. And I'm thinking, oh, that's my natural hair. But then when I completely got away from straightening my hair and just doing just things where it would help go into the natural state, then this is when this started to come through. Because this is who I am. This is me. And I know today, looking in the mirror, I look at myself and I'm like, damn, I'm beautiful. Not the physicality, but because this is the person I've always wanted to be. I've always wanted to be this girl with the big, wild hair. Because I know it's a part of me. It's part of my culture. It's who I am as a person. And it feels good to look back in the mirror and see that reflection of who you always wanted to be. I'm not gonna cry, but I feel like my voice is shaky and shit. And I feel like the tears, like, it's right there.
No, hold it back.
But it feels so good to just see me for who I really am. Like, this is who I've always wanted to be. Like, this represents who I am. This represents my culture. This represents, you know, just having, this is the African diaspora. You have a combination of who you are coming through, reflecting through in your hair. And I love every part about it. Like, I just, this is what it represents to me to be a curly-headed Jawn. Yes. Completely. I remember at one point I was scared to rep this hair because I'm like, oh, guys ain't gonna find me hot because you know they like that long straight hair shit. Those are not the guys for me. Point blank. Like, this is who I am. I love me. I love my curly hair. This is who I am. You know, the right man for me, whoever I date, they're gonna see me and they'll be like, damn, that's what she repping. That's her natural hair. That's what I like. So I mean, you gotta love it or leave it. If you want to leave it, that's fine. Somebody's gonna love it. They're gonna be ecstatic about me repping who I am, which is natural hair. So that's why I consider myself a curly Jawn, because, you know, it takes power, it takes strength, it takes a lot of tenacity to get to this point to say, you know what, this is who I am naturally. And if you don't like it, then that's cool. That's fine. But bitch, I'ma still be me. Okay?
Okay. What if I just said ditto? No, I'm kidding. It's totally different.
Okay, because I'm like, okay, say ditto, bitch.
No.
Yeah, no.
I love it because you're being who you are, and that's what it is for me too. So, growing up, obviously, I always had curly hair. My mom didn't have curly hair, so this is like my dad's side. So, but she loved doing my hair, and I always had long hair and ringlets all the time. And when it came time for me to do my own hair, it's just such a hassle to do hair that I would just always tie it up. That combined with, at that age, maturing and becoming a teenager, your body is changing. I think I just didn't want any attention whatsoever. So I think with keeping it on hair, I would always tie it up right here, like right at the bottom, and it was always long. And I remember this one time, this is when I knew I had to stop doing that. I had a knot the size of my fist at the base of my head that I just kept hiding every time I would brush it back.
Oh my God.
And since I was doing my own hair, my mom didn't know until I was like, I need help getting this untangled. When I tell you, she like brought her comb and you know, spray, and she's like, oh no, okay, I don't want to cut this, but I think we're gonna have to cut this.
Oh my God.
And I was so upset. I'm like crying, like, don't cut my hair, because I'm just imagining like this entire hole in the middle. Anyway, we go to like all the stores, I think we went to one store to get like detangler and stuff like this. We ended up having to cut most of it out. But my hair was so thick and so long, you could hide it.
Right.
So it all grew back. But that was like a point of my hair growth that I'll never forget. Like, don't treat your hair like that. So when high school came around, I used so many products to just like keep it down once I got comfortable wearing it out, because I still was in that whole like ponytail.
Right. Her hair was like down to her ass in high school. Yeah. It's too much. And I would put so much mousse, hairspray. I remember she did, yeah.
And gel and all that stuff, like Dep and LA, whatever it was, some mousse. Tresemme came out, and I was like, oh, living the life, paying a little extra. Like $1.50.
Oh shit.
Anyway, I was, So it's not even about it's not just about hair for me, being a curly headed Jawn. When we came up with this concept, I was ready to cut my hair, wear it in a bob, because I just like it, but I was just not giving myself that time. I was not giving myself time to go to the salon, take care of my hair. Like, it just escapes me, being a mom or whatever. Life is just, it just wasn't a priority. So when we were talking about this, I'm like, hell yeah, I want to be a curly headed Jawn. Hell yeah, because I want people to know, women, men, but specifically people of color, to know that however you wear your hair is on you, because that's who you want to reflect yourself as in that moment. But if you want to wear your hair naturally, we're here to give you that courage. If you're trying to be yourself and someone keeps blocking you, we're here to give you that courage. Like, go,
right.
go,
Absolutely.
do you, be you.
Absolutely.
Don't apologize for it.
Absolutely.
I have family members, distant, I know people, distant relatives, that, like, they straighten their hair all the time, but that's how they're most comfortable. That's just how they're most comfortable. Right. And that's it. That's fine. Yeah. This is how you feel like you can be yourself the best. Okay. But for me, I just want to wear my hair out.
Right.
It's my hair. It's what defines me physically, one of the things. And it's beautiful. It just, curls are beautiful. I don't care what anyone tells you. And yeah, some people might want to touch it. Some people might not believe it's yours. Some people might think,
we'll touch my shit.
Yeah. And it's like, you just have to, it kind of brings up this courage within you to be like, no, give me my space. And I think that's a good practice for the rest of your life and the rest of who you are, that you don't have to apologize for pushing people out that don't get you.
I want to add to everyone out there regarding natural hair, whether you be Black, Latino, whatever, however you consider yourself. Having 3A hair to all the way to 4C hair represent who you are. And you literally, to me, it's independence. It's independence.
So free.
Because it's the European standard is to have straight hair. It's to have long flowy hair. Okay, granted, fine. But that's not how this hair comes out of my head. It comes out like this.
That's right.
And I have to respect that, and I have to own what God has given me. Period. And there are a lot of women and some men out there, I don't know, but there are a lot of women out there that say, you know what, no, I'm more comfortable with straight hair. And I get it. And I'm not going to down you for that.
Right.
But
please just consider loving who you
are 100%.
Are, because you know you're beautiful no matter what.
Exactly.
For sure.
And there are people out there.
It's too much work. I think it's too much work the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Because if you keep trying to
you're
be
conforming to a
that
standard that's just not who you are. So
it takes work to keep it there.
Right.
And then you're damaging your hair, or you're damaging your wallet. One or the other is bad.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You know, I think we brought this up in one of the episodes. I'm not sure about how coworkers perceive you, especially you being a minority. And it is, there is truly a difference between how people treat me when my hair is straight and how they treat me when my hair is curly. And I'm not gonna say I'm okay with that, but it reflects of who they are and not of who I am.
People are just quick to judge.
Exactly.
Quick.
Exactly. So I say this to say, being a curly headed Jawn does take strength, but you find power in being who you
Absolutely.
are. Like I love myself 100% because I stand in my own truth and my own right to rock my natural hair. This, I gotta repeat it. I'll say it again.
Wear
this
your hair
is
how you want to wear your hair.
Exactly.
Love yourself how it's best fit for you. As long as you're loving yourself.
Right.
What were you gonna say that you want to repeat again? Because I will repeat it too.
I believe I was gonna say, like, you know, being natural and being in your own right, it's a beautiful thing. Like, it's just a beautiful thing, because this is who you are. Like, this is it. This is what God gave you. And it's not, to me, it's not a trend, because a lot of people say, oh, it's a trend, people go back to perms, people go back to this. No, I think people are becoming aware of who they are. I think people are becoming aware of what comes out of their head, what's destined to be who they are, period. This is it. This is a part of our culture, period. Like, this is us.
Yeah.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, Yeah.
So that's why we're Curly Headed Jawns. Now,
We love you.
We love you very much. Go visit our blog because you can read about the details on each of our articles where we, you know, came to become.
The history
yes,
of becoming. Because I started from when I was like 7. And my mom doing my hair like, girl, I can't do this no more. You got to do something else. Yeah, like it got real. So check out our blog, curlyheadedjawns.com. That is our blog. We have a plethora of articles on there.
Articles, our videos every week that we do on Facebook. They're also on the website.
Absolutely.
All right, so we're signing out. We love you.
Bye.
And best of luck. Peace.